Time to start a new run. As a thermaturge's apprentice, there's a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild. Alright. It's only supposed to be a temporary arrangement with Eli when Eli left the shop, Strange Antiquities, in my hands. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging, with a terrible certainty that cannot be stopped. Dun dun dun! The ravens were an omen, circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed even then to signal the start of the rising day. Drama. Okay. Alright, let's go. We have plans. We have goals. Alright. We're gonna put everything close to each other now. So that everything's within reach. Why did he organize it like this? I do not know. This is awful shopkeeping. There we go. Awful shopkeeping. For shame, for shame. Okay. Let's check the drawers. We have ourselves a map. We have trinkets. Nice. Alright. I like how it's got a nice handle to it. Alright. We're gonna put that in there for temporary purposes. Reminder, I've stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. Okay. Hang in there, boss. I'll go next door and grab that thing before we start shop. You know. Okay, so wine merchant next door. Where are we at? Nice. The proprietor, Miss Clamoran, begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain that I am from Strange Antiquities next door. Well, yes, well, take that, the lot of them out of here, would you? I can't say no to Eli after all he's done for me, but I don't like the thought of those unnaturals in my cellar. Well, I mean, he wouldn't, put you in danger. Unlike somebody we know. Looking at you, bro. So, you know, you're gonna trust anyone. You know, he's a good trust. He's a good bet. Alright, and we put this in the box. Alright, first customer. Let's get you out of there and put you there. Hey, Eli, what's up? I have been away, I have been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Raven Glass, and must leave at once. Sorry, I butchered that. I'm leaving the shop in your care, with some reluctance, I might add. Make sure use of my reference materials here. Take this. Okay, man. Back to what you were saying. Make use of my reference materials like this one. There is an index in the back that may be useful to you. If in no doubt, study it carefully. And remember that there are more powerful artifacts here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any unlocked doors, drawers, or cupboards. In fact, safest not to touch anything at all. I should be back in days. Let's proceed to rummage through every drawer we possibly could, which we just did before he even showed up. I'm just saying. Congrats. Today is the day you meet the great Thomas Poe. That's me. I'm a man of two loves: fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish. But I reserve some room for laughter amongst friends and shops with cats in them. I like how he's got a dog, but he still has, he still likes cats. If you would be kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. Alright. Hunter's boon. Hunter's boon is a primal item, primitive item that grants the power of the predator, enhancing perceptions of perception and agility. Sorry, they're made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predator being amongst the most prized. But they are simple items without embellishments. Okay. Power sensation off. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is it because it's a tooth. It's like a wolf's tooth or a bear's tooth. Yeah. This is a tiger's tooth. Sorry, it's one of those things. A trophy from a predator. On closer inspection, it gives a sensation of power. I feel like a tiger one will be a little bit bigger, but maybe it's one of the baby teeth. Alright. And then it's raining. The night has drawing again. The dark shadows hide dark deeds. So my father always used to say. Seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters ago. Okay. A creeping darkness has set in my house. I was told a shadow hold will help draw it out. Okay. Do you want to draw it out? Do you want to, like, I don't know. Maybe you just move, man. Okay. A shadow hold or an obsidian vessel is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar, a bottle, or some sort of some sort of box. It can be used to contain the obsidian spirit, the manifestation known as a creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from the wound. They are decorated with elaborate designs called the Shadow Catcher. Yes, so it's going to be this. Made of clay, simple stuff. Pungent, so it smells bad. So the engravement, though it's a little tilted compared to the picture. Remember to wash your hands afterwards, the stuff smells bad. The item is a container of some kind. The design of the bottle is the same as the sketch. Alright, be safe, man. You better be possessed. Alright. More questions. Hey, it's the mailman! Hey, man. I'm in charge now. What's with all these ravens flying about Undermere today? I can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. The man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's something of much use there. Maybe there's nothing of much use there, but I thought of you when I came across the entries on the shin. Okay. Alright. Boatyard. Alright, let's go to the boatyard and grab whatever she's got. Hello, we've come to grab these documents that you're trying to throw away. If they're tax documents, that's illegal. Remember that. The yard has been seen better days. A mess of broken and rotten timber covers most of the outer door space that isn't taken up by upturned boats, slowly being claimed by the weeds. In the middle of it all, a man looks up from repairing a small rowing boat. He must be from Strange Antiquities, he says, with a smile. He takes me into the dilapidated office where 2 metal buckets collect drips of brown water, and a thin window pane rattles with every footstep. He pulls a sheath of brown paper out of the desk drawer and places them gently in my hands. Thank you, man. That is important. Apparently, as an afterthought or somewhat reluctant, the man gives me something else as I'm leaving. I've no use for it, he says. Don't even know what it's for. It's a protection thing from losing your mind. You probably should have kept it. I'll take it, but you probably should have kept it. Now you're gonna lose your marbles. Alright. Get in here. Hello, man. I want a ring. It's a pleasant word to hold on the tongue. Weirdo. Okay, so I think it's this because it hisses. Yeah, some evil quality to it. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think he's the only one that wants this thing. Alright. Made of bone, this item satisfies the description. Malleable. Closer inspection confirms that a hissing noise can be indeed heard. Alright, get out of my face. Goodbye. Now we're back to just you and I, kitty. We can sit here and pet and relax. Hey. The behavior of these ravens is disturbing to say the least. They're ravens. I don't know what you expect. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens aren't omnivores, carne eaters mostly. But they'll take anything that they can get their talents on, and they'll kill if necessary. I didn't plan on dropping it in today, but there's something happening out there, and I'd like to know what. A voice of Cyrus might... Cyrus? I don't remember. I don't know how to say his name. Might help me put at ease. Or it might be the opposite. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this that he wants. But we're going to look it up in the book just to be safe. I want the voice of it. Yeah, because it's a necklace. Is oftentimes are bronze, which is with items made of bronze, and they're currently imbued properties with skills such as an item can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Is a pagan god of the forest and nature, typically depicted as a man with antlers of a stag, and often wearing or holding a torch. Okay, so he's like holding the staff. Okay, yeah, it's that. This item is made of bronze. A similar-looking item appears around the neck of the Cinnamon in the sketch. I was about to say, it's really funny that everyone in the story is like, oh my god, the ravens are evil, they're bad omens. And reality is, in modern time, I heard this in history class, so my information may be outdated, mind you, because this is when I was in high school. The whole reason people believe that ravens and, like, crows and stuff have, like, bad intentions is because they're very smart birds, and they will follow where they think there'll be death. For instance, what started the thought of them being evil was that if they saw a bunch of humans walking together with weapons, ravens and crows and stuff would follow, specifically ravens, I believe, would follow the armies, because they knew that when humans gathered like that, it was a sign that fighting was going to happen, and they would eat upon the dead bodies afterwards. So, like, as messed up as that is, the reason those ravens got a bad reputation had nothing to do with the ravens being real ominous creatures. It had everything to do with the fact that humans are too predictable. Our unpredictability made them do that. And the same thing goes for anything involving animals half the time. Half the time animals are not weird monsters. They're monsters that just picked up all of the information and just said, hey, free meal. Or, hey, free access. Let's do it this way, you know? So I find it really weird and even insulting when games make ravens and crows represent evil things, when in reality is the birds are just very intelligent. And they're not evil. If you want to do an evil bird, do like the cassowary. That thing has nothing but vengeance on the mind, you know? Or, like, even an ostrich, as you could say, has got a lot more, like, got bloodthirstiness intent. Even chickens, depending on the chickens. I've met some chickens that are deranged, okay? Some of them are sweet, but some of them are deranged, okay? But don't give the reputation to the ravens and the crows. They're just doing their business. The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach back Blackborough. Dun dun dun. And the story unravels. It's so hard to get around this with the ball mouse. Oh, it's got the shackles. I like these pictures. They're very pretty. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. I like to think that those are people talking, but I think it's the artifact he's talking about. I think the artifact is speaking to us. As if that isn't creepy enough. You know what I mean? That's pretty creepy. Let's go to the town. Okay, where's the jailhouse? Jailhouse. There's your jailhouse. Okay. The escaped prisoner ran northwest, hid me in the first building he came to. Northwest. So this is north. And that's east. So it would be this one? Yeah. The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing, and the struggling flame of my lantern does little to pierce its depths. I slowly search through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place at all. When suddenly and unexpectedly, I uncover things of value. More relieved than elated, I take the trinket back to the shop for further study and a warm drink. Dang, a warm drink does sound really good right now. Like, some hot tea. It's also really pretty out. You're such a good kitty cat. Love you to bits. Alright. I don't think we have anything else to do. Hey Verona, my love, how are you? Well, that's just perfect. Undermere's fizzling with fear over those ravens, and the thermaturge has left his apprentice in charge. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out on the wrong side of bed today. These ravens have got under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of hermetic symbology. Okay, I was thinking about it. So it's the symbol thing. I don't know if I said the book right, but it's fine. I adore her. She can be grumpy with me all she likes. She is adorable. Hello! That wasn't annoying, right? I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard the horn shackle might be the answer. That's this. Because... Well, hold up, no. No, it's not. It's this guy, isn't it? Because I forgot that it's weird that it, was this. But the horns are smooth. Right, I'm gonna look at it again. I'm pretty sure that it's the right one, because I always think it's the other one, but this one looks more like a cow or something. Horn shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They can be worn as pendants, but they are more common totems of some kind. Yeah. Here you go, dearie. Yeah, because it's that. The totem information. The item has horns. Closer inspection reveals that the horns have been worn smooth. Alright, goodbye, my dear. There we go. Put that back at the shelf. Hey, Mr. Man. I love David. At least the weather's looking a little bit better out here there today. I haven't met a single awful David. Did you know that? Like, it occurs to me that I haven't really met anyone that I consider close to me that is bad David. I have met some really bad Bobs though, like bad people that were bad. It's weird when when you associate a name with someone bad. You might be interested to hear that my prolong overturned a strange looking object yesterday. Can you come to the farm and it's yours for the right price, of course. Okay. And okay. So his last name is a hint. It's funny because I will never name my kid Bob. We were mentioning about it. I make jokes about Bob. I used to even make more jokes about like, whenever we had when you had to like fill a name in for like a joke. Like, oh, I'll talk to Timmy about it, right? I always used to use Bob, and then after I met a bad Bob, I never did it again. I picked different names. I try not to pick that name. It just has. I had a bad experience with one person named Bob, and it left a sour taste in my mouth. John grins as I struggle to hide my obvious interest in the item he shows me. Any hope that he might not be fully aware of its value quickly evaporates. After a lengthy negotiation, I reluctantly hand over the amount he originally asked for. Yeah, that's fair. Now I should clarify that my experience with them isn't like anything bad, like no one went to jail or died kind of level, or happened, but it definitely was a conduct of like, I really hate your behavior kind of thing. There you go. Not saying that everyone who's getting Bob is a bad person, but the Bob I knew was bad. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Prince Street. We shared a moment before he slunked off into the dark, an important business, no doubt. I wonder if you could help me. Oh yeah, what you need? I'm visiting my grandmother later, and I want to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town, out on Clanbrook Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. Thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. And I know it's this, because I like the moon heart object. It's cute. And it's lovely. And if there's any object that I would have used in this game, it would have been the moon one. I would have been gifting it to everybody that I liked. Let me see. Try to see if it would give me information on it in here. No, might be in here. I know some of them only show up in the... Sorry, I was looking at the thing. They only show up in the index. Maybe be under moon? Yeah, it's this. Okay. Yeah, okay, I forgot. She calls it a moon something else, but it's called a moon heart. The carved totems, from more commonly often known as moon hearts, can be imbued with the sentiment of feelings such as love or joy, then held tightly to recall the same feelings. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both the Silic and Silim? I don't know. And nocturnal disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. Yes, so it is that. So she's calling it by the common name. I love this item. It's the cutest little thing. This is a carved totem. The owl is associated with the night. It bears a concealed crescent shape. It's not really very concealed. It's just the owl's eyebrows. Using the closer inspection tool, it tells me in parts the feeling of joy. I love that thing. I like how it gets brought up too, because the lady comes in talking about how it makes her feel better. Makes you feel happy. A friend of mine, or former friend I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. That sucks. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a favorite, or it was a gift from my late grandmother. Do you have a suitable pendant that I can leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? Okay. Seed of Binding. I think I liked how the Seed of Binding happened more. Oh, it's Binding Seed is around. Sorry, I think I said it wrong in my head. This item was made of 2 distinct materials, representing the medic and the winks, the mind and the body. The winding path, the mind, is described by the spiral accompanies in the body seed. The binding seed is a form of punishment that amplifies feelings of guilt and shame. Yeah, see, I liked that one better than the zeal. Worn around the neck to place a closer inspection to the heart, where innocent-looking items essentially a sense of fear and paranoia that can be difficult to remove. Zeal are made of any singular material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the... I don't like the way this makes you feel. I feel like it's this, the seed binding. Because it's made of stone and wood. Yep. These items is made of 2 materials, wood and stone, and features a spiral surrounding a seed, quote unquote. Yep. I want her to feel guilty for what she did, because guilty sounds a lot better than fear. She needs to know that she's a bad girl. They found a man just in the house where all of the ravens were. Probably they were trying to eat him. I wish I hadn't seen, but I did. He was sheet white, but it was his eyes that were going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like he wasn't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for any other sign. I'm taking my family to Sigbert, and I'll be taking Lebaran to use to see us safely through. Okay. I mean, you know what? I can respect him bailing immediately. Be like, nope, they've had a body, and the body has weird eyes. I'm out. I have kids. I have a family. We'll just go have a vacation over there. It's fine. Lebaran was our purposed. Sorry, I was not reading it correctly. Our purposed to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change, but they're not held in high regards by most scholars of the occult. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that Olympian is not merely decorative. There is power in symbology, as the old Thermotores knew well. Okay, I think it's this one, because it's got the symbol of protection on it, I think. And it's made like bronze and stuff. But let me check the book real quick. I'm pretty sure it's the shape of it. It's wisdom. Yeah, it's wisdom. Sorry, not protection, wisdom. Right shape, wrong word. Go figure, right? Alright, here you go, man. Get out of Dodge while you can. The item bears a symbol of wisdom. That is very wise now that I think about that he's deciding to leave Dodge. And be like, nope, we going. We got things to do. We got places to be. A deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head where he had sliced himself with the divering hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. Oh, goodness. I get around that corner was not doing it. There we go. Let's go find the key. Alright, let's find this little house. It's somewhere here. Yeah, right here it is. It is there. Because that's the top part. Okay, yeah, so that's the top part. And these are the bottom parts of it. Yeah, it's here. Nice. There is a narrow gap between the two houses, and I spy a small wooden box wedged firmly inside. Slowly, I manage to work it loose, and when it finally comes free, it shoots out onto the hard ground and snaps open, revealing its long hidden treasure. I mean, it's long hidden treasures for sure. Yeah, I said treasure, but it's treasures. Okay, we're gonna switch videos out real quick, so hang on 1 second. And we can just dance tonight.